Welcome to week 7 of 2K Modding Weekly. I'm your host, Apostadamus. Now you notice, what's going on in the background here? These menu images look a little bit different than the stock vanilla 2K15 game. That's because I've finally gotten a chance to take a peek at one of the biggest, coolest mods still in beta that's out there. But first, let's step back a little and examine another mod that I never got a chance to showcase because I didn't have the proper venue. And that's Bannockburn's farewell mod, prime WCW NWA era Ric Flair styling and profiling like never before in the 2K15 game. And where's he at? Oh, this is the WCW Nitro Arena, created by Nick H049. And look at this thing, it's incredibly detailed, looks amazing. It's really quite impressive what these guys are able to do with these arena replacers. I mean, you even have the TNT watermark up in the corner. I mean, the only thing I'm missing in these previews are the nameplates. Either I messed something up or you have to have X-Packer for them to work. But still, nonetheless, these arenas look awesome. Now right here, this is going to be a favorite of a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you guys were waiting to see this in action. That's right, the ECW arena, the bingo hall in all its glory. Now this is an arena I've personally been in quite a lot, as my old college buddy, shout out to George Gatton, is a young boy down in CZW getting trained by the amazing Gulick. So I've seen a lot of CZW events in this arena, and I can tell you he did a great job capturing how gritty and grimy this arena is. He's encapsulated the perfect feel, the perfect atmosphere of the ECW arena. Here's another great addition added to the game via their arena replacer overhaul. They're not just old school arenas. Here you also see Ring of Honor, fully decked out, very similar to the ECW arena. Small arena, looks quite a lot like the venues Ring of Honor actually plays. But do keep in mind, this mod is still in beta. So there are a lot of arenas that still don't quite have all the bells and whistles finished yet. It's only in, I believe it's 0.4 of its beta now. So it's got a long way until its final release. You know, the final release might not even hit until 2K16. But for the rings that they have done, for the 3D work, for just being a handful of guys working on it, they have come up with some great stuff. It's really amazing what these guys are able to achieve, modding a video game with little to no help from 2K themselves, even though they said they would support modding. Up next, we have a mod I never got a chance to focus on the week it came out, and that is PH Guy's Dean Ambrose. Now, Bannockburn had given us a good Dean Ambrose before, but Dean Ambrose's look has kind of changed a little bit in the time since that mod came out. And PH Guy has addressed that here with his longer, more disheveled hair dangling all over the place. Now he looks more lunatic fringe than ever before. And now I want to show you something pretty cool. A couple episodes ago, I featured the NXT LED apron by Smack Talks himself. Well, Smack Talks user Sinclair Ashton has set his sights on adding LED aprons to every modern day arena in the game. Here you see Payback. Later on I'll show you a little Extreme Rules. Fantastic work. And here's a mod that I missed. PH Guy is a machine gun. It's hard to keep up with all his work. But here is this fantastic retexturing of AJ Lee. I want to showcase her now, since I've completely removed her from my game and replaced her with Prince's Paige. So I have no AJ Lee anymore. And also, a mod that I requested, the PH Guy filled for me, an updated attire for your current Divas champion, Fearless Nikki Bella, who WWE is hell-bent on breaking AJ's streak to erase her from history to further fuck over CM Punk. So here she is, looking as good as she possibly can, given how goddamn dreadful her in-game model looks. I mean, for fuck's sake, There's no reason for Nikki Bella to be looking like she stuck her goddamn head in a fucking bee's nest and got stung 350 times. Please, with these divas, step your game up. I mean, most of the guys in the game, you did a hell of a job scanning in, but goddamn, some of these divas look fucking brutal. And again, here is Sinclair Ashton's LED apron for Extreme Rules. Really adds a nice touch to all the arenas, makes them feel up to date. And here is Minsho Sheen's Kevin Owens mod. I probably butchered his name. I apologize. I'm terrible with names. I think what I like the most about this Kevin Owens mod is the body morphing. I think a lot of people have trouble making characters as proportionate as they should be in the game, and he did a hell of a job. Kevin Owens' body looks a hell of a lot like Kevin Owens' body looks in real life. Great job, great work. And lastly, I want to focus on the mod that made this episode possible, made it possible for me to use these arena replacers without fucking up the season that I already had going in Universe, and that's Carlzilla's 2K15 Save Game Changer. What this application does is it makes it so you can hot swap between different saves on your computer, much like the way you used to be able to on PS2 with memory cards, where you could have a roster of 50 guys saved on one memory card and a different roster saved on another, and you could switch back and forth between universes. I believe that's what inspired him to create this mod, and it works brilliantly. It enables you to use the modern day roster with 50 modern day cars downloaded in that save file, while then having a universe of, say, 50 indie guys, and then having another universe of 50 legends. You know, it adds a level of flexibility to this game that, quite frankly, should have been there to begin with. It's an excellent tool that I would recommend to everybody out there. Check that out. Great work, Carlzilla. Great work from all the modders this week. And I'm very excited that we got the news this week that 2K16 will be coming out on the PC. So, I mean, this modding community, you look at what's going on right now. You look at these arena mods, and that's just being done by a handful of people. When 2K16 hits, I guarantee you the modding community explodes. It's great to be able to watch this from the ground floor and to see it build. And I'll be back next week with yet another episode. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. I'm always here to help anybody with any questions they have about installing mods or anything else related to this game.